Y'all, look at this. I'm sitting here watching the trial, and Johnny is reading the letter and their joint statement that he really didn't have much of a choice in actually putting out. And he's reading it, and he's getting to the point where he's talking about the settlement and her supposedly donating the money. And just her face while this is happening. Holy crap. Y'all gotta watch this with me, because, like, what the fuck?
Yes.
And could you please read that joint statement for the jury?
Our relationship is intensely passionate and at times volatile,
Look at her face.
but always bound by love.
Oh my god.
Neither party has made false accusations for financial gain.
Holy shit.
There
Look
was
at her
never any
face.
intent of physical or emotional harm.
I can't believe
Amber
she's doing
wishes the
this.
best for Johnny in the
LOL.
future.
LOL.
Amber will
Lies.
be donating financial proceeds
LOL.
from the
Her
divorce
eyes cut
to a
over.
charity.
You see her eyes cut over? She couldn't even look up. And then as soon as he finished,
What happened
she
after
looks
this
and then
joint
looks over to
statement
the
was
side.
issued, Mr. Depp?
You're guilty. You're guilty. Holy fuck. I don't know how she's up here. Like, oh, this is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing.
What?
I can't because he's not done. Like, I can't, I'm gagging. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got in a whole ass accident this morning and I'm still over here gagging at this. Like, this is madness.
William. I, I, I suppose, the next move was to start making payments
Holy shit.
to Miss Heard.
This is embarrassing.
They were scheduled,
How could she sit here?
and then at a certain
You did not give that money. Look at her.
Miss Heard had made statements to the press
LOL. That interview.
saying that the 7 million was going to be, the 7 million was the settlement, and that 7 million was going to be split up
Ooh!
two charities. One was the
That's the police
ACLU,
coming for
and
Amber.
the other was
That's the
Children's
ambulance coming for
Hospital
Amber.
of Los Angeles, which
Ooh.
in fact was a breach of the agreement. Neither one of us were supposed to speak about
Ooh.
details,
Right.
money, anything
She
of
breaks
that nature.
rules.
So when Miss Heard breached that agreement, that was when I asked Ed White, my business manager, to send the first payments
Right.
directly to the charities.
Right. If that's what you're gonna do.
In
Look at her
Miss
face.
Heard's name.
It's cracking.
And after I did that,
I can't.
Miss Heard, Miss Heard was very, very angry that I.
Oh,
had
I'm
paid
sure
those
she was.
first payments.
Ooh. Look at her looking back.
She
Oh, look at the
went
smirk.
into
Look at this shit.
a kind of a tirade about how I
Ooh.
should be
Get
charged
uncomfortable.
double
Write it down.
the 7.
Ooh.
Should be charged 14 million.
Oh, he should.
She
Oh.
felt
Oh.
I was looking for a.
Oh, so because he wanted to donate it directly, she asked for double? Oh, look at her squirming. I am weak. I am so fucking weak right now. I can't.
Tax break.
I cannot.
Mr. Depp, between the time
Look at
that the
her.
joint statement was released and the time that the op-ed came out, how many movies did you work on in that
Upset.
time period,
She's ticked.
if you can recall?
She is ticked. Oh my god. Stressed out.
When
Sweating.
did the joint statement come out? Was it? I'm sorry.
Look at her.
Could we scroll up?
She's she cracks. She's cracking. I can't. What are you looking at?
I'll withdraw the question
She's
for the
so
moment.
upset. This is
In the
so
timeline from the
crazy.
divorce through the, in the time period between when your divorce was finalized and the release of the op-ed in December 2018, do you have an estimate as to how many television or movie projects you worked on?
I don't exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't exactly. I believe there was another, maybe a smaller tour with the vampires. I can't. I don't remember. It's hard to remember.
That fucked her up.
I've done too many
You
movies.
just saw her get upset.
Your Honor, I apologize. Can we please move into evidence exhibit 408?
Oh, what's 408? Yeah, she is stressed over there.
We can redact that and put
So
it
you
into
only
our...
redacted.
No,
408, just a
redacting.
statement then, is that what you're talking about?
Just that second line.
Okay. All right. That statement will be in evidence once we get it redacted. Okay.
Okay. Stressed.
If we could please pull up plaintiff's exhibit 1.
Exhibit 1. Put them glasses on. He looks great. What is up with this yellow that she has on?
Mr. Depp, do you recognize this document?
This is gonna go down and like
Yes, I do.
this shit is.
What is it?
What is it?
This is Ms. Hurd's op-ed for the
Oh,
Washington
the op-ed.
Post that I believe came out in.
Ooh, look at her. I have never seen. I don't feel like I've ever seen her this
December
reactive.
of
Like
18.
she's uncomfortable.
I recognize. Yes, I certainly remember this.
And have you actually read this op-ed?
Yes,
Yeah.
And what do you think of it?
Look at her.
Its contents?
Lies.
well, it was a hell of a start, I'd say, in terms of the title. If you could, can we scroll down a little bit, just for a second?
I am so. Johnny is shady.
Um,
Like he has been shady so many times during this, but like polite shade, and it's so funny.
Because I'd like to make a point.
Make that point.
Reading it and reading the words that she had written about what
The lies.
was obviously it was obviously referring to our relationship. It was
Obvious.
obviously referring to me 2
Obvious.
years ago.
Obvious.
You
Bitch.
know,
Bye.
it all matched up, and so
Right.
it's clearly about me.
Right.
And then I read the rest of the article where she talks about, if you could go down, scroll down just a little bit.
Uncomfortable. Bothered. Highly,
Could you imagine how
bothered.
powerful man is a ship?
Mm-hmm.
Because she goes into, she talks about, in this section of the piece, she talks about the plight of women,
Right. Using
not just in Hollywood, but in
using
general world.
this platform.
There were
Domestic violence victims everywhere.
there
And she
were many
used
things that
them.
I did not disagree with in terms of this part of the article. I understand anyone's passion
Mm-hmm.
to right the wrongs
He about to be shady.
that have been done.
He's about to be shady.
Countless years against any being who's suffered at the hands of domestic violence, be it
Be shady.
women, men,
Right. Anybody.
children. That's something, of course, coming from my background, that
Mm-hmm.
I am very, very against any bullying of any
Right.
human
He
being,
went through
any
it. His
forced
childhood.
violence, any
Yep.
any any injustice committed against any human being.
Right.
So all this part of the article was
Accurate. But not for her.
strangely, I understood it very well, and I can applaud
LOL.
some of this. I can absolutely say that I believe that it was
She's
very well
so guilty. You did this
done.
to yourself.
With regard to violence against women or violence against anyone. It just seemed kind of a strange other side,
Mm-hmm.
like a like a two-headed coin.
Mr. Depp, did you experience any consequences after the release of the op-ed?
Yep.
Absolutely.
And what were
Yes.
those?
Oh, I believe it was. I don't think it took Disney very long.
Nope.
Maybe a couple of days.
Sure
to,
didn't. And they better not try to come crawling
announce
back. I heard they sent him lawyers or something.
that I had been removed from the Pirates of the Caribbean
Rude.
films franchise.
Yep. Look at her.
Which I learned about reading and reading one of these type of some magazine.
They didn't even contact him.
Where Sean Bailey was quoted.
They didn't even let him know. He found out in an article.
As I have had many creative conversations with the Disney people, even to the point where they were asking me to come back and write Pirates.
Objection.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
If you want to, just restart.
So, let's see. So I can read it out of someone's article, but not from the man's mouth.
Right.
So what happens?
Mr. Depp,
I love it. I love it. I love it,
Johnny.
Johnny. I love it.
6.
Get him.
At this point,
Yes.
I believe it's in dangle mode.
I think he's pissed now. Like, thinking of all this shit.
Mr. Depp,
I
have
think
you
he's
ever
ticked
physically
the
assaulted Miss
fuck
Heard?
off. Never.
Have you ever sexually assaulted Miss Heard?
Jesus.
Never.
Never.
Certainly not.
Certainly
What
not.
have you lost as a result of Miss Heard
Look at
making
her.
these allegations against you?
Look at her. Ooh, she's cracking. Ooh. Ooh, she's
Nothing
cracking.
less than everything.
She about to cry. Is she about to
Nothing less than
cry?
everything. Because when the allegations were made, when the allegations were
Ooh, she's
rapidly
cracking
circling
today.
the globe,
Ooh. Why she look like she about to cry?
telling people that I was
Holy fuck.
a drunken
Yep.
cocaine
Ooh.
fueled,
Why it look like she about to cry? Is she crying?
who beat women
Yep.
suddenly in my 50s.
That's what you did. Look, is she about to cry? Y'all, she's
It's over.
Oh my
you're
God.
done. So,
Oh, she's
what did
shaking.
it do to me?
She's trembling.
What effect did it have?
Oh my
on
God,
me?
my heart is beating so fast.
I'll put it to you this way: no matter
This is intense, y'all. This is
the
some
outcome
fucked
of this trial,
shit.
the second the allegations were made against me, the accusations, the second that more and more of these things, as I said, metastasized and turned into fodder
Fodder.
for the media. Once that happens, or once that happened,
Yo, I think we saw
I
Amber
lost.
crack today.
then
I think we
Just
saw her
say-
crack.
I lost. Because that is not a thing that anyone is gonna just
I think Johnny is pissed, y'all.
put on your back for a short period of time. I will live with that for the
Write
rest
it
of my
down.
life. Because the
Get your story
allegations,
together. Write it
because
down.
was such a high profile case. So I lost then. No matter the outcome of this trial.
Right.
I'll carry that for the rest of my days. And
It's sad. Shameful.
never had to be that way. It
It
had
never had to happen. Thank you.
to.
It never had to happen. Look at her.
Why it did.
And he doesn't understand why it did because she's not right. She's not right. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Boom! That was a mic drop. It didn't have to be that way. It didn't have to be that way. Mic drop. Boom.
Go ahead and start
Done.
with it
Thank
today,
you.
Just because time is not on our side, okay? Right, thank you. Cross-examination?
Oh, we about to start on the cross exam? We about to start on the cross exam. She said time is not on our side. We about to start on the cross exam. They trying to make this a fucking show. I was not expecting to be on here like this. Because I really need to be laying my ass down. Oh my God. Oh my God. They about to start the cross exam. They about to start off shady as fuck. I know they are. I know they are. Oh, I muted it. Fuck.
Why we're here, and I'd like to start with
Ooh,
that.
ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold
If
up.
you could please pull up.
Shit. I see that tone already as aggressive as fuck. I see that tone already. I don't like it. I don't fucking like it already. Fuck these mother.
Good afternoon, Mr. Depp.
Shut up.
Good afternoon, Mr. Robinborn.
Happy that
Oh my God.
in the last
Look at him.
little bit
Johnny
we've
is
gotten
ready.
the reason
He is
why we're
ready.
here, and I'd like to start with that. If you could please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 2.
What they about to fucking do in this shit? What they about to fucking do?
Next page.
I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I believe this is either in evidence or
Ooh,
it's been
sorry.
stipulated as part of the opening.
I assume objection to.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay,
Permission to publish?
yes.
What is it? This is some mess.
This article, this opinion piece in the middle of the page there, Mr. Depp, this is the opinion piece that Amber Heard wrote in the Washington Post that was published on December 18th.
Are we doing the
2018.
op-ed again?
Correct?
Doesn't that say December 19th on it?
You,
At the top of the page, doesn't that say December 19th, 2018?
go ahead and
I
blow
believe
that up,
that the
Michelle.
2018 was the online. Is it not?
Okay, so December 18th,
LOL.
December 19th. This piece in the middle of the page is the opinion piece Ms. Heard wrote.
I'm fucking weak.
Could you make it a little bigger or even smaller?
Oh, he is about to have fun with this shit. He
This is what you're
said,
suing her over.
Oh, for
Correct.
real? Oh, for real? It's the fact that she's made up blatant fucking lies and ruined his life.
over,
Asshole.
defamation.
Right. Defamation of his character.
The
He's an
various,
ass.
falsities that she used
Right. Falsities.
bring my life to an end.
Bring his life
And
to an
you
end.
understand-
Exactly. Ruined
Many
his
things.
life. Right.
You
Many
understand,
things.
Mr. Depp, that you cannot,
He's ticked.
you are not suing her for any damage, alleged damage, or any accusations she made prior to writing this article. You're aware of that. You'd agree with that, right?
What?
Could you say that again?
Right. Like,
Mr.
what the...
Rodborn?
You were not
Oh my god, I'm
bringing a
sorry. I'm
lawsuit
sorry. Let me
against
stop
her,
with this.
bringing
I
her
love
into
his
court in
answers.
Virginia for anything that she did prior to writing this article. Correct? You know that you can't do that, right?
I have to
They are
say
so
that
slimy.
as I said, at the top of this,
Slimy.
I've never seen this version of the op-ed piece. The version that I saw was the other one that I identified.
Right.
was on the 18th. This is
Exactly.
on the
19th.
I believe the 18th.
And
was
2 years
quite
before.
possibly, was quite possibly.
He said, don't interrupt me.
Maybe that was the online version that came out first.
2 years before
there's a
either the
very
online or the
different-
print.
I'm sorry, I was just.
No,
gonna
I think
finish my
you
answer.
answered my
Eh,
question.
ooh,
Thank you.
Oh,
2 years before
ooh,
the
ooh,
online
ooh.
and the print
Oh,
version came
this
out.
is not gonna go well,
In
you guys. This is
2016,
not gonna
Amber
go
obtained
well.
a domestic violence restraining order against you from a California court, correct?
Lies. And it was lies.
And in obtaining that domestic violence restraining order in May 2016,
I'm shaking.
she accused you of domestic abuse, right?
yes, sir.
And Michelle, if you could blow up the third paragraph down, please.
This team, oh my god.
And
Disgusting.
in the opinion piece that's before you, published in the Washington Post, she wrote, then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse. Correct?
I can't say correct. She wrote it.
And the piece doesn't contain your name,
Somebody did.
correct?
No, it does not. No.
And other than mentioning the fact of abuse accusations that were made 2 years prior to the publication of this article, the opinion piece doesn't contain any details of your time together, correct?
Disgusting.
Oh, I think that.
And this is what she put on her statement
I
before
think
this
it's
even
very
started.
easy to write a piece and put the finger on someone without saying their name.
Right.
There are sneaky ways of
Sneaky.
writing things, and as I've seen also what the ACLU and their team had to say, they clearly described to Ms. Heard that
I'll move to strike this as hearsay, Your Honor.
Ooh, of course.
And I appreciate.
sorry, it's evidence.
Next question.
I love it.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
Mr. Depp, I appreciate you've got a
And he has to look
lot of
over that
chances
way
to
and
talk
see her
trying
ass.
to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time. So I'm going to ask you that question again because I think it's a pretty simple yes or no question, which is
You'd like
other
it to be, sir.
other-
Nothing simple in this case.
other than
Exactly.
mentioning the fact of abuse accusations
Look
made
at
2
her.
years prior. This
She is
opinion
a
piece
piece
does
of
not
fucking
contain
work.
any details of your time together. Yes or no?
It contains.
She never wanted to do yes or no. Her deposition,
I don't
she
know
never
if
answered yes or
it's
no.
Word for word with the other piece.
And the article discusses proposed legislation, which you just talked about, correct? You agree with that, right?
But yes,
And it discusses Amber's experiences after she had separated from you. You'd agree with that, right?
Holy
2
shit.
years ago, I became the public face for domestic violence. 2018, 2016, it seemed to me that the puzzle was going to work no matter your angle, sir.
Right.
So I'll take that response as a no, that this piece does not discuss.
Don't take any response as any
This
response.
piece does not discuss anything prior to Miss Heard separating from you, and it only discusses her experiences, her biographical experiences after she separated from you. Correct?
I can't say that.
Okay. And you're claiming that due to Amber's allegations of abuse, you can't be in Pirates 6, correct?
I'm saying that after everything had basically hit its media targets and the hit pieces kept coming, it would be, I would be a real simpleton to not think that there was an effect on my career based on Ms. Heard's words,
Right.
whether they mention my name or not.
Everybody
You
took it
became
as
aware
that.
prior to the publication of this op-ed that you were likely out for Pirates 6. That Disney was considering dropping or dramatically shrinking your role, correct?
No.
Can you pull up Defense Exhibit 113, please?
113. This is madness. Oh my god.
Let's go. Let's go to 114, please.
Are you changing on me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but it's the next one, so it's.
Okay, 114.
Get it together.
Oh, sorry, one more. Let's 115, please.
What is that smirk? Your team needs to get it together.
Just went to October 2018. Hot hit in a row.
Mr. Depp, do you see?
Personal dramas, yes.
Sorry,
Do you have the questions?
I did. I was just giving you time to read. Do you see the date of this article beneath those bullet points is October 25th, 2018? Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
And do you see that the headline, Hide the Rum, Johnny Depp is out as Jack Sparrow in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean?
Objection, hearsay.
Hearsay objection.
I was asking if he became aware, I'm not offering an article for the truth,
This is
his
the
awareness.
article from the Daily Mail, Your Honor.
Right, I'm
LOL.
asking his awareness that he was likely
I'll allow
out.
that question.
Thank you.
Of course you will.
So, Mr. Depp,
Yes,
were you aware that as of October 25th, 2018, about 2 months before this op-ed was published, that it was being reported, as it is in this article, that Johnny Depp is out as Jack Sparrow in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise as actor battles financial issues and personal dramas? Were you aware of that?
I wasn't aware of that, but it doesn't surprise me given that 2 years have gone by of just constant worldwide talk about me being this wife beater.
Understood.
Right.
That you,
So I'm sure that Disney was trying to cut ties to be safe. The Me Too movement was in full swing at that point.
Right.
right, and to the extent they were trying to cut ties to be safe, that was as long as 2 months before you wrote the op-ed.
Objection calls for speculation.
I'll allow it if you can answer.
Sorry, question?
To the extent that Disney was trying to cut ties with you, as you say, to be safe, that was as much as 2 months prior to you to Ms. Heard publishing the op-ed in the Washington Post, correct?
Objection, lack of foundation.
Oh,
I'll allow it if you can answer.
of course you will.
October is 2 months before December, that's correct. But it's odd that they were going to release me from my role as Captain Jack Sparrow, yet kept me on every ride across the world in the Pirates of the Caribbean rides. I'm in the Los Angeles or the Hollywood one or whatever it is, 3 or 4 times. Shanghai, I mean all over the world. So they didn't remove my character from the rides. They didn't stop selling merchandise of
Look at her.
Captain Jack Sparrow. They didn't stop selling dolls of Captain Jack Sparrow. They didn't stop selling anything. They just didn't want there to be something trailing behind me that they'd find.
And you aren't aware, you said Pirate 6 in your view is dangling. You're not aware of if or when Pirate 6 will be made, correct?
No, sir, no.
And the fact is, Mr. Depp, if Disney came to you with $300 million and a million alpacas,
Oh my
nothing
god.
on this earth would get
Trash.
you to go back and work with Disney on a Pirates of the Caribbean.
Trash.
That is true, Mr. Robinborn.
And you
Mr.
couldn't identify
Rottenborn.
a single movie that you did between the divorce and the op-ed in response to Ms. Meyer's question just now. You said there was a small tour of your band between that, but you couldn't identify a single movie that you did in the year or two prior to the op-ed, correct?
I have to tell you that when I'm working on a film, I do my work, and when I'm wrapped on that film, I've done my work, and I move on to the next. So I haven't seen the majority of
Look
my
at
films.
her.
I've seen a few only if I had to. But so it doesn't come right away to my head. Films are not the first thing that I think about.
And you spent a long time talking about the impact of the abuse allegations
Yes.
made in Ms. Heard's obtaining the temporary restraining order in or the
'Cause it's
domestic
his
violence
job.
restraining order in May 2016, right?
Sure.
And you testified that you wanted to fight it, right? But the fact is, you never fought the allegations in court in 2016. It was only after Ms. Heard published this op-ed in 2018 that you fought.
What are they getting
You never tried
at?
to fight him in 2016, did you?
All they're doing is an op-ed? That's literally all y'all
You
have.
signed that not only that we read a statement, but let's pull up.
Get the number right this time.
Let's pull up. DX 1458, please.
I also wanted to say we heard about the audios today. Like we heard the audios of like she had to sit up and listen to her and Johnny on tape, and he had to listen to it too. And he looked upset when the shit was playing, because it's just like you're having to literally relive this shit over and over again. And he talked about having to go from 9 bathrooms to get away from her, 9 different places to try to get away from her. Kicked him in the head with the fucking door. He detailed the whole fucking bottle incident. This was a killer fucking day. Like, holy shit. He's gonna need a nice glass of something after today. Like, cause this is, I don't know if he's still sober or whatnot. Maybe one of you guys can tell me, but I would need a nice glass of something after something like this. Having to do this all day and recount everything. This was very, very good. But here comes these sneaky little snakes in the cross-examination. They're gonna come in here and fucking do their sneaky shit, and all they have is the op-ed. And it's so funny how her statement that she put out before the trial started, she said, "I never said Johnny's name in the op-ed," and that's literally what they're here standing on now. That his name was never said in the op-ed, but again, everybody knew who the fuck she was talking about. Like, let's not, like, people get it to fuck together. Like, I don't really understand. I don't think the jury is going to take this. Like, that would be insulting to them. Like, okay, and like they were married 2 years. Obviously, she's talking about him. Like, it's like a no fucking brainer. People are going to connect the two. This is just all the way around dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Moral of the story is, this is absolutely crazy. Like, madness. Absolute madness. And I think that we saw Amber crack today. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm gonna go back and look again, but I'm pretty sure we saw her crack. And of course, the cross-examination, Mr. Rottenborn. And Johnny, the way he's saying his name, it fucking cracks me up. And he's getting snippy with him. Like, he's not letting him fucking have it. Like, he's going to answer and deal with her lawyers the same exact way Amber deals and talks the way that she did up in her deposition. He has the nerve, Mr. Rottenborn, to ask for a yes or no answer when Amber could never answer yes or no. She can never answer no fucking yes or no. So why you want Johnny to answer yes or no? What sense does that make? But anyway, no real recap today because I did get in an accident and I need to like rest myself. So I hope that you guys have a lovely evening. I think Johnny did great today. He told his story very eloquently and we saw Amber crack, which was, not gonna lie, kind of cool to see and funny. And yeah. We'll get back at this tomorrow with the cross-examination. I'm sure that's going to be fucking wild because they don't know how to act over there on that side. Like, they're rude. Like, even his tone, Mr. Rottenborn, his tone is just like, I don't like Elaine. I don't like this guy, Mr. Rottenborn. I don't know who would want to be represented by them after this shit, honestly. But that's it for today, you guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening, and goodbye.